Hello, and welcome back to Beering in Mind Beer Reviews. Today we're going to look at a Japanese beer produced by one of the 4 Japanese major brewing companies, and this is actually one of the oldest beers in Japan. It's called Sapporo Yebisu. Here it is romanized with a Y, but actually pronounced Yebisu. And this is a premium lager, or perhaps some people call it a Dortmunder style here. And this beer has been around since 1890, as you can see here. Sapporo Brewing Company is the oldest brewer in Japan. They started in the 1870s in Sapporo, and as with many brewing industries in many countries, they were influenced by German brewing, of course, and so this is basically in the Dortmunder style of lager. And this has, so it's been around for like 130 years here. The first rating on Rate Beer was in 2000 here. It has 336 ratings, and they're not very high. The average is 2.49. 9 percentile for all beers on Rate Beer, and a 36 percentile for its style, which is considered lager, international premium lager here. So I said it dates back to 1890, but actually that was a different company. It was called the Japan Beer Brewing Company, and over a series of different types of mergers and acquisitions, it became part of Sapporo, which is one of the 4 major Japanese brewing companies, along with Asahi and Kirin and Suntory. And this is 100% malt beer, so it's a little bit higher priced than the average lager in Japan. Sapporo considers it a luxury brand, although these days we wouldn't probably call it that here. If you're in Tokyo ever, there's a museum of Yebisu beer in Shibuya. If you go to the Mitsukoshi department store in Shibuya, in the basement floor, you can go to you can take a short tour and get samples, fairly cheaply priced samples of different styles of Yebisu. So Yebisu this is their mainstay or flagship, and they produce a variety of limited or one-off editions, or some annual ones too. For example, Yebisu the Hop, which comes in a green can, that's produced annually with generally a fresh hop sort of thing. And over several years, they produced a beer in conjunction with the chef Joel Robuchon, and over a period of 5 years here. I haven't seen one this year so far. And they may not make it again. But they used malt from the Champagne region of France, along with Nelson Sauvin hops, and so it had a really distinctive aroma and flavor here. So about 35 different varieties that have been put out, perhaps more over the years here. Yebisu, as you can see a picture of him right here, he is one of the 7 gods of fortune, or Shikifukujin, and he is considered the god of fishermen and the god of luck. And he's a sort of happy fellow here. He's often depicted with a fishing rod and holding a big fat sea bream that he apparently caught here. So you see him in a variety of situations here. Most prominently is in this beer, on the label of this beer here. Well, should we give this a go? Again, Sapporo Yebisu Lager. Well. Okay, so we get a nice, clean, pretty medium gold color with maybe a finger and a half of fluffy white head here. Very pretty, clear beer. Japanese major beers are almost always beautiful, regardless of how they eventually taste here. Let's give it a go. It has very malty, kind of sourdough bready, and very light hoppy sort of aroma. light, pleasant, sweet maltiness, a little bit earthy. There's a touch of umami, kind of savoriness there, and a very mild bitter finish in this. Thin, medium body. This is a very light, refreshing beer. Good for the summertime. And I would say it's kind of hard to find fault with it. It's not exceptionally interesting, but it is certainly one of the better lagers from the 4 Japanese major brewers. So again, Sapporo Yebisu, or as it's called here, Premium Yebisu. See if you can find it somewhere. I'm not sure if it's exported to the US or not, but you may find it on the shelves of a store somewhere. Give it a try. Okay, that's it for today. Bye bye.